Hello everybody.
Hi.
Hi. Hello London. I guess everybody here knows who I am.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't know my name, I'm called Antti. I'm a pro at the Japanese Nihonkin, and I'm here to teach you this weekend at the tournament. Nice to be here. And since it's Saturday morning, everybody is tired, right? Completely awake. I'm drinking coffee over here. So we'll start with some exercises to get you actually waking up. And there is a reason I have picked these particular exercises for us. So you're all playing in the tournament, right?
Yes.
Yes. And well, there are several ways you could possibly prepare for a tournament. And once we go through these problems, you will see that there is a certain kind of way of thinking or a state of mind that I went for when choosing these problems. So let's start from the upper right corner, then lower right corner, lower left, upper left corner. This is the easiest one, and they're getting gradually more difficult. It's difficult to say which one of these is more difficult, but they are both slightly challenging, we could say. I'll give you some 5 or 10 minutes to think them through, and then we will look at the answers together. How strong are you?
3Q.
3Q? 7Q. Do we have any double-digit Qs?
9.
Any dumb players? Dumb player?
Just
Okay.
about.
Yes. So I think you will find this problem is not so very difficult, and the other ones should be interesting. Okay. Good luck. It's black to play in all the problems, as a standard, yeah. I'm sorry, there was a mistake. There's a black stone here, but I think nobody got that far yet. Okay, let's see the upper right corner together, just to get the theme going, the theme of the lecture. Would somebody give me the answer? How should black play? Sure.
Well, I believe it's 118.
118. Here?
Yes.
Okay. Somebody got a response to that?
16 or 9-1.
Okay. And Peter?
And I think I've made a mistake.
I think you have the idea.
Yes.
Not
I
quite
made a
this one.
mistake. Yes. Sorry. Whoops. Basically, I didn't think that way.
Somebody else?
Let's go with the obvious 17-1.
The obvious 17-1. Somebody answer?
15-1.
Okay. And then?
And then 18-3.
Okay.
16-1.
Yeah. That's a false eye, right?
Yeah, I know. Not great. So 15-1.
15-1. And somebody answer that?
17-1.
71. And then?
18-1.
18-1.
Yeah.
Yeah. He takes, he throw in. Throw in, he takes.
Takes.
No, that's the wrong move.
Realize.
If you take, then you're dead.
He defends. He defends the Atari.
Well,
Okay.
18.
He lets white take the 4 stones, and then he plays on 16-2.
Alright. And what is this called? This
Under the
phenomenon?
Under the stone.
Under the stones, yeah?
It's called annoying. It's called annoying.
Prime example of under the stones. And this actually gives us the theme for this whole, well, this Tsumego and this lecture as well. Because you're going to be playing in a tournament, and you're going to have, it might not be Tsumego, it might be whole board situations, but some kind of situation where you have to actually read, think, and try to predict the future, right? And this is a simple example of a position that you start thinking of the moves and wait a second, none of them works, right? This one doesn't make 2 eyes, this one didn't make 2 eyes, this one didn't make 2 eyes. And this one, when you get to the point that you read the 4-stone capture, it's like you stop thinking there, right? If 4 stones get captured, then there's no way it can be right? So this Tsumego is actually pretty good attitude training, we could say, to keep on reading even in a situation that you think has gone wrong already, right? 4 stones doesn't mean that you're dead. There still might be something that follows after it. So the important thing is to not give up. Also in your reading, also during a game, there's still something you may be able to do later on. And these following 3 problems are the same. of course, the problem here is that in the first problem, there's only so many moves to think about, right? Rating this problem is easy. When you look at it, it's quite definite that this is not the right move, right? I'm quite sure it's not this one either. And probably not this one, probably not this one, because they don't help black make more eye shape. So finally speaking, I think we can reduce it down to 4 moves. 1, 2, 3, 4 that you have to think about. And if you cannot see the obvious right answer, then you start by eliminating the wrong ones. You think about this one, you see this move. Okay, that's out. 3 left. How about this one? White plays here. No, that's out. 2 left. This one is simple. White plays here. Okay, it has to be this move. And then you continue thinking from that. So if you cannot see the right move, eliminate the wrong ones first. Then it's easier.
Well, of course, the problem is that in the game, the problem might not have a solution.
That is true, yes.
So,
But
The other problem is
And
that
we
that
have-
might be the move that I eliminated because it didn't work.
that is also true. And in that case, you need to go through the whole process again. You need to try to assign some kind of reliability ratings on your ideas. You're 100% sure that this one doesn't work. You're 95% sure this one doesn't work. Then that means that you may need to check the 95 again, right? Okay, but 3 more problems to go. Actually, if this one looks complicated, do this one first. This is more straightforward. And did you solve them all?
Sort of.
Sort of, okay. Even this one, huh? That's impressive.
That's the easiest one.
Yeah, I must
No,
admit
no, no.
You have to know the Nippon King rule for that one.
I think you may need to think it a little bit more as well.
Okay.
It doesn't depend on the rules.
No, I mean on the top left-hand corner.
It doesn't depend on the rules.
Not even a little bit.
We would need to combine it with yet another thing.
Okay.
But then it's the same for Chinese rules as well.
Oh.
So if we call this the elimination problem, well, for weaker players who haven't seen this shape already, who don't know it by heart, you solve this problem by eliminating the wrong moves and going forward with the only possible line of play. Now this move is a little bit, this problem is a little bit different. The point about this particular problem is that there is this extremely strange black stone here. In any game that you would play, no matter what kind of moves you would play, I don't think you could ever see this particular shape. Black wouldn't peep here, and white wouldn't connect, white would cut here, right? So basically this problem is all about what does this stone mean? Why is it there? How does it relate to all the rest? And that is also the key to the solution here. And I will just show you the wrong sequence. So, who wants to play this Atari? Everybody wants to play this Atari because it's taking out an eye in center, right? And white has no choice. White has to answer here. And now it looks like the next move is also obvious because these 2 stones are about to die. So black has to capture these 2 white stones here. And this is where we get the point of this move. White plays Atari. Black captures. White plays here. And it's an eye, right? In Japanese rules, black cannot play here. In Chinese, whatever rules you're using, even if black could play there, then it's white's turn to make the eye. So in this particular problem, this strange-looking black move is actually a very big hindrance to black, and black has to fight about it. Try to make this stone work. I'll give you some more time. Okay, Tsumego solving technique 2. This one I didn't see any book so far, in any book so far, but I think it's pretty good actually. So, this is for finding key points in the Tsumego. It's black to play right now, but think about how it was if it was white to play instead. Imagine white play a strong looking move, and now you have 2 moves to play as black. Because originally it was black, then it was white, it was black. But now we put a white stone down here, so it means we have 2 black moves we can place anywhere we want. So this is to locate the key point. This looks like a good white move. Imagine we don't play it, then white is going to play it pretty soon, right? And now you have 2 moves. Can you kill white? You can place them anywhere you want. Can you kill white with 2 moves? Looks pretty difficult, right? I mean, you could place them here, but then again, white is going to play here. So actually we just proved that black's first move has to be here, period. Because if white plays here, white cannot die. And then we know that white has to play here, and we can continue thinking from here. Made it easier, right? So sometimes you may have to find your move by eliminating all the other possibilities. And sometimes you can just find that there might be a position that if the opponent gets it, it's over. And then it becomes straightforward. Ideas?
Yes, well, I would play 19-6 here.
19-6. There's a stone there.
Sorry, or maybe I'm at the wrong angle. Just one to the left of that, which is
Here?
there. That's what I meant.
Okay.
Now,
White to play?
1, 2.
That's Atari then.
Atari.
Oh,
And no saving this.
I have-
If white played from this side, then it would be very happy.
yeah,
But
that was
also
exactly
this
what
side.
I was expecting. Yes.
Yes.
But,
Okay. Would somebody like to give the solution if you got it?
I think you have to think how you keep these 2 black stones alive.
Yes. You have to think about, you cannot give this to white because obviously it's going to live then. But if you just play the Atari, we saw that white was alive.
You have to descend.
You have to descend.
so, yes.
So now, well, white cannot play here obviously, and I don't think white will throw in either. If white plays from this side, then we can go here, right?
Yeah.
And white captures, but we can capture back. So this way the white stones are dead, and no eye here. 1 eye, that's dead. Of course, the actual problem is, what if white plays from this side instead? And now I think everybody is starting to see where this is going. Black plays here to take the eye away. There's always 1 eye here, so black has to take this one. White goes here, and
2-1.
Goes 1.
1 more under the stones. That's dead. So the actual theme for Tsumego today was under the stones. We have 2 examples, and the 2 others will be actually similar. Just a quick hint for this one next. So it looks like there's 8 spaces black has to think about, right? But it's also completely symmetrical. I mean, this is different, but it refers to the liberties of the same black stones. So actually there's just 4 spaces to think about finally, not 8. Not quite as difficult as it looks.
Well, it should be the 19-9, I think.
99?
From the bottom line. Under the...
Oh, right, because it's a Japanese, yeah, so 11 here. Well, shall we have a look? I'll play here.
So 18, 11 then. I can see this.
Here. And I'll play here. There's an under the stones here, but it's just for this 1 eye, right?
Yes.
Can you make an under the stones here?
No.
It's a bit far away. You play Atari. White captures, and there's an extra space here. So that's not quite it. Good try though.
And on line 18, 1 up.
Sorry?
On line 18, 1 up.
Here?
No, down 1.
This one. This is the one that I always have to read a little bit. One moment. if I cut.
19 diagonal, Hane? Hane from the
Hane.
last stone.
There's
Alright, I
no
can't read
honey
the
available. You mean this?
Yeah.
Ah, that's a diagonal, yeah? Okay. Throw in. Just go back.
No, it's not going to work.
Again, one space open.
Maybe you don't connect. Or you connect on line 1.
Yeah.
Here?
No?
Ah, here?
No, yeah.
But even then I capture 4 here and it's still open. Yeah, there's not much more to try. We could try this one as well, but white captures. They are here and then white throws in. So white it will be happy with either of these two. That's only one eye. Which actually means that we can just eliminate this black move. This is not correct. We saw it quite easily. So that's 3 more moves to think about. Want to eliminate a bit more? Let's try with the most stupid looking move, which one's more? This is more stupid, I guess. So how do we go from here? Atari?
Yeah.
Well, if we connect, then it's dead in almost any possible way. It becomes one eye. So we need to try something more like this, I think. Then I think we capture. And black plays here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, well, if white connects, then it's alive. So we have to play here. Black cuts, I guess. White captures. Black captures. This is starting to look alive, no? So far we have a good try here. Can white maybe do something stronger? Surprisingly, if white plays this one and tries to make use of the black liberties, black could live. Anything else for white? Probably the easiest attempt is just to try to play in the middle here. So then, if black, for example, tries this, play Atari, black's not going to play here. This one maybe.
About a throw in.
Hmm?
A throw in.
Throw it.
Oh, I still have another stones. Yeah, I think
And it's still under the stones, right? So this one is actually looking quite promising. Let's see one more time. We sort of throw in here, right? Is there something else what could do?
Co.
Cool.
Call it, yeah. So it's at least a call. And now we get to the kind of how to describe this. Well, I would just say it's the annoying part of Tsumego, because now we know we can get at least call, and we are supposed to not stop here. Like in the upper right corner, we were thinking about many different kinds of ways of a first move. We read forward, we saw the under the stones Tetsuji, and then we realized that many people will just stop thinking there, because, okay, 4 stones lost, it's over, right? Where there could be something more lying ahead.
Just connect.
Hmm?
Just connect.
So the idea here as well is that we found a ko already, but we're not supposed to stop there. We still have other options to look through, and if you can find a pure life instead of a ko life, you could gain 6 points out of it, mathematically speaking, which is a free komi, and you want a free komi, right? If you don't care about komi, then why do you play white? Connect. It's a kind of a 7 shape here. Well, let's think about the cut first. Sacrifice, right?
Yeah.
So this is a mi. Black can play hero here, and it's 2 eyes. So white doesn't play it straightforward. Where else to play? What is the point?
11-19.
11-19. So the place where black can make the most eye shape is here, right?
Yeah.
It clearly makes at least 2 eyes, possibly a third one. So this is also a point where white should like to play. Then for black? Well, this one would make a big eye, that's dead. This one is not really helping black, so attachment most likely. Sorry. Capture, what's this?
Ko or dead?
It's still a ko. Yep. Ko. Dead. Could there be something here? That's the final question. So far, I think we have seen this shape.
Yes.
White cuts and it's dead, right? And this is the same. White cuts and it's dead. Could there be something else? And this becomes the most peculiar shape ever.
What if white plays on the first line?
Sorry?
So 112, or just put 2 stones together on the first line.
Here?
Yeah.
You were saying?
Yeah, that one.
This one as well. Okay. Sorry? So now it's again, white is happy to play either of them and reduces black to 1 eye. No. 3 more moves left. This one probably doesn't help, it becomes the same. 2 left.
Yes,
And which one of these looks like the better shape?
that one.
This one, right?
Yeah.
This looks like it's making more eye shape here. So if white tries to remove the eye, black connects, and that's an under the stones. This one is simply alive. If white captures, I think my coffee is in danger. White captures, black plays here, it's still mi. Black can play either of these and it's still alive. And so we have the final sequence. White has no choice but to play here. Please read this out. No choice, right?
Yeah.
No choice, right? Wait a second, this looks like a ko, but we had ko already. Is that all? Did we see everything? Don't stop thinking.
Just descend.
Descent.
Yeah.
Ooh, white is so happy. White took 5 stones. But capture, free.
With double Atari. With double Atari.
Conveniently, black has a liberty here. This totally wouldn't work if it looked like this, because white would just capture. But it's Tsumego, so conveniently it was made just perfect for this sequence. But I hope you got the key point, which was don't stop thinking. Okay, final one. This is easier.
But aren't you
More
back to a
straightforward.
ko? Oh, you're not back to a ko.
Not back to a ko, because this time white has this stupid stone here. kind of similarly with this black stone here, this white stone is in white's way. Yep, last corner. So again, we have a symmetrical shape, which means that we actually have just 4 spaces to think about. And can this possibly work? No, that cannot work. So just 3 moves to think about. Okay, throw in. That's stupid. 2 left.
The 1-2 point.
1, 2. Yep.
Either one.
The classic shape point in corner Tsumego. And now the question is, what happens after this? We need to read for white as well.
Is that? Well, it's Seki.
Seki. Also, you mean white connects,
Yeah.
and black plays here,
Yeah.
and white connects. Is this Seki? Oh, I see. So you went for this one, right? By Japanese rules. Yeah, so this is the shape called paint 4 in the corner. White cannot play anything because he gets captured, right?
Right.
So,
So it's Seki.
however, later in the game, black can play here,
Yeah.
and white still cannot do anything. Okay, let's imagine that the game is over. Now, white has passed. Black has time to remove every single one of white's co-threats, and white will be passing, right? And now, black removed the co-threats, it's black's turn. Black plays here. White captures. Black plays here. White throws in to start a co-fight. Black captures, and white plays a co-threat. Wait a second. Black took them out. So it's a co that white can never win. Black chooses when the co starts. Black does it only after he removes all of the co-threats.
And after a unremovable contract.
Sorry?
And after an unremovable contract.
Yeah, and that becomes an interesting. In that case, the Chinese rules are different. That's true. But because we know where this shape is going to end up finally, in Japanese rules, this is just simply dead. There's no way for white to save this stone, and there's always a way, kind of always a way for black to kill it. However, this is not the solution.
You want the 1-3 point?
This one?
No, the other one.
This one? Under the stones, huh? Black captures.
Is that right?
Problem is that you have an Atari here. So you cut and black just captures, that's dead. But again, we know it's not this one, it's not this one. 1-1 looks stupid. This one looks kind of stupid as well. So most likely we have just 2 moves to think about here. This one is still a throw-in, and it's still an Atari on this stone. So pretty much this is the only move we have to read about. Now how is it? Still dead.
Well, it's a throw in.
Black throws in 2-3. And then capture. Snap back. Snap back.
Yeah.
But now because we have a stone here, white can try to fight a ko. And now the answer is basically right in front of our eyes, but because it looks like, white is a perfect move, it's over, we stop thinking. There is more. Please read it. Look at it.
So take the card.
Take the ko, okay. And the question is ko the correct solution? Okay, white plays a ko threat, we answer. White takes the ko back. Is it a ko or is there something else?
Another card. Second.
You can make this one and then it's a ko again. Is that all? This is something like, it's a human blind spot for sure.
How about Tari?
Sorry? Here. Okay, it's a ko, so I capture.
Double.
Double ko, then you take this ko. White cannot play here because black connects, so white plays a ko threat, black answers, white takes the ko back. You take the other call. White cannot play here because then black captures its double authority on these stones. So white can try to fight a call, but he can never win it, right? Sooner or later, white is out of call threats and the group is dead. So that's called death in double call. It is still correct for white to play this way over the bent 4 in the corner we saw, because this is also unlimited call threats for white, in a sense. If one more call shows up somewhere, white can always use this one to get free threats. So that's why it's also correct for white, but the corner is also dead.